All right, Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell and Massachusetts Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren went at it yesterday, clashing on Capitol Hill. Warren is slamming the Fed's inflation strategy, claiming that it will get people fired. Watch.
I would explain to people more broadly that inflation is extremely high and it's hurting the working people of this country badly. And we are taking the only measures we have to bring inflation down.
And putting 2 million people out of work is just part of the cost, and they just have to bear it.
Will working people be better off if we just walk away from our jobs and inflation remains 5-6%?
Joining me right now to look at the economy, the macro story, is the co-founder of Home Depot. Ken Langone is here. Ken, it's great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, Maria, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing well, and I hope you are too. I want to get your take on the current business environment under the Biden administration. Ken, you've got investments in a whole host of industries and have a great vantage point to tell us what you're seeing on the macro story. How do you assess?
Well, first of all, Maria, I would classify the Fed as a gang that can't shoot straight. This goes back more than 18 months. When they were saying that inflation was transitory, and smarter people than them, namely Stan Druckenmiller and people like Stan, were all saying the exact opposite. So they got started late on the fight against inflation, and now, frankly, they act like the gang that can't shoot straight, because we should keep raising rates until we break it. Now, it's going to be some pain. Senator Warren, she talks out of both sides of her mouth. What she doesn't realize is the people who pay the most for inflation are the lower income people. Inflation is the most regressive of all taxes ever. We don't like paying higher prices, but we can afford to pay higher prices. Nothing changes in our life. But a family of four living from paycheck to paycheck has to start asking the questions, do I go with meat or do I go with a substitute? And on and on and on, because these people are really being impacted. There's no simple way to snap the back of inflation. The Fed needs to be more aggressive and needs to be determined to make it happen. My problem with the Fed overall is there's too many academics in the mix. I think if you had more business people involved or people with business backgrounds, I think you might see a different dialogue and different decisions.
Yeah, that's a great
point.
For sure, yeah.
For sure, Maria.
Yeah.
We would have raised rates a lot sooner, a lot higher, to get a control of inflation. It's now out of control.
Yeah.
And I think, frankly, I don't know how you avert a serious financial crisis where we are right now.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea how you do it.
Well,
and now it's a more distinct possibility.
Well, there's also this issue around wages and this tight employment market, right? I mean, what are you seeing in terms of jobs? Because Jay Powell yesterday called the labor market, quote, extremely tight. Ken, this morning we get news that President Biden is proposing a 5.2% raise for federal employees in his budget. So the budget's going to be out tomorrow. And, you know, going into it, they're leaking this story that he's going to propose a raise for federal employees, the largest salary boost, Ken, in 43 years. So if you're raising wages right now, what does that do for the tight market that we're already suffering under? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good that employees have seen their wages go up, but it's a problem for businesses. Look at Home Depot just recently saying they have to spend $1 billion because of this tight labor market.
Well, we want to make sure our people are taken care of. Maria, to me, the first obligation you have in business is taking care of your people and make sure they're treated fairly and make sure they're living in a way that they're comfortable. We made that decision. I wish I was there to be part of it, but I'm retired. But thank God the company under Ted Decker's leadership made the decision. We have to do something for our people. So by the way, we did it all at once.
Yeah.
We did it at the end of January. It's $1 billion. It's a lot of money, but our people need it. And with Biden, let me say this to you about Joe Biden, in my opinion, and I'm going to be very, very direct. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. If that's the case, we're really in trouble because the American people are a lot smarter than that, and they see it.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid, Maria, the American people need to understand there's no pain, no gain. Maybe we're going to put 2 million people out of work, but I don't know any way around dealing with a problem of inflation and the tragedy of what comes with inflation. as I say, the poor people, the little people, the people living from paycheck to paycheck, they're the ones that get hurt the most.
Yeah. Which
And
is
we got
why,
to think about them.
Which is
So-
why umpteen times you've said in the past, I don't need Social Security. I don't need these checks. Do something about it. Try to make sure Social Security is solvent. It's about to go insolvent in 10 years, and yet there's no plan to fix it. We're waiting on the president's budget tomorrow, and we're also waiting for this debt showdown to take place, right? The debt ceiling has to go up at this point. We have to pay our bills, but will they come up with any boundaries to spending, Ken?
No, what they'll do is they're already talking about raising rates. Look, Maria, I've said since the day I got a Social Security check, this is outrageous. I did so well in this system. I did so well under capitalism. It would be a travesty for Elaine and me to take any money from the government, any at all. And very frankly, what we do is we give those checks to charity every month. Why? Because if you try to give it back to the government, forget it. And if you gave it back to them, they'd only burn it more.
Yeah.
But I think politicians, this is why we need term limits, Maria, because until we have term limits and people understand they're going home, people are not going to touch the so-called third rail of politics, which is entitlements.
I'm really
I got
glad,
a 10%. My Social Security check last month, mine alone, not Elaine's, was $3,500. This is crazy.
Yeah.
That was 3/4 of what my starting pay was when I went to work 65 years ago.
But look what you and
That's
Elaine
how
are
out of
doing.
control
You're
this
giving it
thing
all
is.
away. You're giving it to NYU Langone Medical Center. You're giving it to the arts. You're giving it to cancer research. You're giving it to animal hospitals. You're giving your money away. You don't see that all the time, but you're doing it. And I'm glad you brought up term limits, Ken. We've spoken about this in the past. How is it possible that a politician goes to Washington and ends up spending 40, 50 years? They forget who they're working for. And I want you to know that I spoke with West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin on the phone the other day. He came on the show, and before he came on, I talked to him on the phone, and he said to me, you know what, Maria?
A very good friend of mine, Maria.
And he said to me, people are not going to like what I'm going to say, but you know what? I'm for term limits. And I said, wow, Ken Langone told me the same thing. He wants term limits. You even have a sitting Senator, Joe Manchin, calling for term limits, but the people who are going to decide this are the very people who are going to get impacted. So I don't see it happening, Ken. What about you?
Well, I don't see it happening, Maria, unless the American people get so fed up. I mean, we need by the way, Maria, with all due respect, thank you for your kind words about what Elaine and I are doing with our good fortune. But I'd be less than honest if I didn't say we're also keeping enough to live well, thank God. But really, we need term limits. I had an argument pushed at me last week. Two elected officials in Washington together said, well, you know, if you go to term limits, the staffs are going to run the government. I said, what the hell are you guys talking about? The staffs run the government now.
Right.
These guys haven't got the slightest idea what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
And Maria, I'm serious. If and when the big crash comes, it is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. And if we worry about China, we have to worry about China vis-a-vis a weakened American economy, a very weakened American economy.
That's right.
That's where you really run the risk.
So, Ken, real quick, we just talked to Larry McDonald. He said there's going to be a stock market crash within 60 days. He's talked to his institutional contacts to come up with that. But I want to get your take on market performance and what's priced in here. You're a big investor. If you expect we're going to see a recession, if you expect things are going to slow down quite a bit this year, does the stock market fall off, or is it priced in?
Maria, let me say this. I'm impervious to that argument for one reason. I'm a very long-term investor. My average holding, that's the weighted average of all my positions, is 41 years. I've owned my Lilly now, it'll be 45 years this November. Home Depot, of course, we founded it in '79. Yum Brands, 25 years. Parker Hannifin, one of the newer additions, 13, 14 years.
Okay.
Bad times come and bad times go. My advice to people is own great companies, great managements, strong balance sheets, a history of periodically raising dividends, and go fishing.
Yeah, I like that. I like the go fishing
And
part.
put money with Stan Drucken. By the way, put money with Stan Druckenmiller if you can. He's never had a losing year.
Wow.
And I've had the good fortune to be an investor of his since he had less than $1 million in assets.
That's pretty
So,
impressive.
But Maria, I'm not smart enough. These pundits that are saying we're going to have a crash in 60 or 90, they may be right, but they also may be wrong.
All right, we'll be
Don't
watching.
bet against America.
Yeah,
My pitch on investing, Maria.
Yeah.
Bet on America. We're the greatest country on earth. We always will be. We're going through a rough patch. We will get it right. Not without a lot of pain, but we'll get it right.
Amen
That's my
to that.
pitch, Maria.
Ken, it's great to see you. Thanks so much.
God bless you.
And
Say
to
hi
you.
to Jono, please, and have a great day.
I will. Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Ken.